Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of DDTS, episode 267. Back with another video, and it's a Friday night. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm back with another video, and I was gonna do something that was trending, but I said, you know what? I already had something else in mind. So I decided to do this video about a legendary comedian, a comedian that's no longer with us, a comedian that passed away on August the 9th, 2008, who passed away 16 years ago. I'm talking about the legendary Bernie Mac. That's what my video is going to be about today. It's going to be about Bernie Mac, and it's going to be about Steve Harvey, and it's going to be about many other things that's related to the two. Now, I know this is not important to you all, and I know this is not trending, but this has been on my head, this has been in my heart, this has been on my mind heavenly. And so I said, you know what, let me go on and do content about this, but let me explain why I'm doing content about this. I'm doing content about this is because I was on Facebook a couple of days ago, and somebody had out on the Facebook page in my feed that Steve Harvey allegedly did not like Bernie Mac for many reasons. Could it have been that he was the most legendary and he was the most funniest comedian of that time? Could it have been that Steve Harvey did not like the fact that Bernie Mac had gotten a role on Ocean 11? Could it have been the fact that he stood out and was the most funniest on the Kings of Comedy? And could it have been that Bernie Mac had his own TV show? I'm talking about the Bernie Mac Show, which ran from 2001 to 2006. In 2008 of August, Bernie Mac departed from this earth. Bernie Mac last TV film was Soul Man, starring Samuel L. Jackson and many others, which I think that is a legendary movie. So today I'm going to be talking about tonight on this Friday, drinking on me a good old cold Budweiser or maybe two and having me a glass of wine. I will be telling y'all what I think about this, and I'm going to tell y'all the tea, what's going on and what happened with this situation. Why I think Steve Harvey was jealous of Bernie Mac. Why I think many other comedians have a problem with Bernie Mac. Now, if I'm wrong, you can look up the information, but I'm basically going to tell you, and I'm basically going to give you my perspective, give you what I think about the whole situation. So please join me on this episode of DDTS, episode 267. So let's get to it. Bernie Mac, in my opinion, he was one of the greatest. He was one of the greatest, and he was a legend in his own right. Now, I'm not going to say that I know a lot about Bernie Mac, but what I will say that Bernie Mac has done a lot in his illustrious career. And in my opinion, he is one of the funniest comedians to ever do it, to ever grace the comedian stage and the TV industry and the movie industry. Let me tell you, Bernie Mac movies and his films consist of Def Comedy Jam, The Players Club, The Bernie Mac Show, which ran for 2001 to 2006, The Players Club, which was made in 1998, The Bernie Mac Show, which ran for 2001 to from 2006, House Party 3, which was made in 1994, which Bernie Mac started in. Guess Who, which was made in 2005. Def Comedy Jam, which ran from 1992 to 1997. No, from 2006. My bad. I thought I'd just put that in there. So there was a blooper that I made. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Okay, I'm back, you guys. So yeah, Bernie Mac has started in a bunch of stuff. He also guest starred in a couple of episodes of Moesha. And I think he was a recurring character on the show Moesha. Moesha, which ran from 1996 to 2001, which in my view left a big cliffhanger, which I'm still not over. Bernie Mac rap sheet is very long when it comes to movies and TV shows. And Bernie Mac, in my opinion, which is me, DeAndre Dobbs, which is what I'm saying, Bernie Mac is one of my favorite comedians. He's no longer here with us, but he is one of my favorite comedians. I'm not taking away from nobody else, but we're going to get into the tea. We're going to get into the story on why I think Steve Harvey and many others was jealous of Bernie Mac. Now, I believe to my soul, in my opinion, that Steve Harvey, he was the most jealous. Steve Harvey, he is not perfect as well. They love Steve Harvey. Now, you want my opinion? Steve Harvey, he's cool, but he's not one of my favorite peoples. And it's not because of he was jealous of Bernie Mac, but I have my reasons. But this is Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey's video. Now, it was said back in 2001, in the early 2000s, when the movie Ocean 11 was in production, when it was getting made. Steve Harvey auditioned for the role, I believe. Steve Harvey auditioned for the role, and Bernie Mac had auditioned for the role. But I believe Bernie Mac had auditioned for the role first. And this is said, allegedly from Cat Williams, that he did an interview on Club Shay Shay. When Cat Williams, who is also one of my favorite comedians, when Cat Williams did that interview on Club Shay Shay back this year in 2024, back in the beginning of 2024, I believe when Cat Williams did that interview, Cat Williams opened up a lot of stuff. He opened up a lot of shit. He opened up a lot of can of worms. He opened up a bunch of stuff. Stuff about Diddy, stuff about these other comedians, what they had going on, stuff about different actresses and everything. And one of the things that he said in the interview, he brought up Steve Harvey and he brought up Bernie Mac along with other comedians. Now, with that being said, Steve Harvey, along with somebody else named Ed, can clarify and can tell you, which is on the article in the picture that I got up, that Bernie Mac had already auditioned for the role in Ocean 11. Steve Harvey auditioned for the role after the fact, but the role already had went to Bernie Mac. So when Steve Harvey found out that Bernie Mac had gotten a role, Steve Harvey tried to go to producers trying to tell them that he deserves the role. He really hated that Bernie Mac had the role. And I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. Now, I know it is some Bernie Mac fans up in here along with me because I'm a fan of Bernie Mac. I always have been, I always will be. I don't care how old I get. I don't care how old Bernie Mac's work get, because this man is legendary. Bernie Mac has really opened doors for a lot of these upcoming comedians. Now, I know it's a lot of Steve Harvey fans in here as well that y'all might not like about what I'm going to say about Steve Harvey, but I'm going to be honest with you and I'm going to tell you the truth. Now, if you don't like what I have to say, you don't have to watch this video. You can just click off. Now, Steve Harvey hated the fact, and he was mad at the fact, that Bernie Mac had gotten that role. I'm going to say this, Steve Harvey, in my opinion, I believe he was jealous of Bernie Mac. Because you know why he was jealous of Bernie Mac? Because Bernie Mac has played in some of the most legendary things. For goodness sake, both of these men, along with Bernie Mac, along with Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, which is not funny at all. D.L. Hughley, he is not funny to me. I can't even get a laugh when D.L. Hughley tells a joke. It's like crickets in the background. I'm just being honest. You can come for me if you want to. Y'all can come for me if you want to. I deserve it. But D.L. Hughley is not funny. Steve Harvey, he's funny, but he will never be Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac, he's one of the greatest. Bernie Mac cannot be touched, in my opinion. Let's just put it out there. Bernie Mac walked. I'll take that back. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, LaWanda Page, and many, many others. Shirley Hemphill. All these comedians from back in the day, like Red Fox, LaWanda Page, Richard Pryor, Paul Mooney, and many, many others. All these peoples walked so peoples like the legendary Bernie Mac, so peoples like the legendary Samora, Monique, Cheryl Underwood, Steve Harvey. He's a legend in his own right, but he would not be Bernie Mac. And I ain't hating on Steve Harvey. I'm just being honest. I believe to my soul Steve Harvey hated the fact that Bernie Mac was more funny. He was more well seen. Bernie Mac, he made a name for himself. You don't hear Bernie Mac stealing jokes from people's. Bernie Mac made his own jokes, if I may say so myself. Now, I heard allegedly that Steve Harvey, he was the king of stealing jokes from people's. Mark Carey, who started on hanging with Mr. Cooper, he can tell you that, and many, many others. Now, Cedric the Entertainer, I can't say if he stole jokes from people's. Cedric the Entertainer, he's a funny comedian. But he will not be Bernie Mac. If, let's be honest, I respect Cedric the Entertainer more than I do Steve Harvey, and that's just my opinion. I'm not hating on Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey, he's a great man in his own right. This is just my opinion, and this is just my facts. Y'all don't have to agree with me. I don't expect y'all to agree with me. That's just my thing. Now, what made Bernie Mac more popular on Def Comedy Jam? That's why I love Bernie Mac. And he was on the movie Friday. Let's not forget Friday, when he played as the pastor and talking about Miss Parker. But let's get to the Def Comedy Jam. What I loved about Bernie Mac, when Bernie Mac said this: I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm big. I'm hung low. If I pull my shit out, all this whole room get dark. Kick ass. Now, that's what I love. That's the Bernie Mac I love. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. You two might get me, but hey, that's just me. And if y'all got kids that's watching this video, I suspect you let them go in another room, because some of the stuff I might say, they don't need to hear. Viewers' discretion is advised. Disclaimer. I'm going to make sure I put that up when I edit this video. But I'm just being honest. And let's not forget the quote of what else I loved about Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac also said this quote, what made me love Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac said, on the Players Club, what's going on up here? I got a whole house riding down there. Y'all bet on the Players Club. He was like, y'all better get down there and shake some ass upstairs. What the hell is down there? Well, you tell Diamond to get her funky ass up, because she up first. Ain't no moonlight riding down here. Let me tell you something. If I don't have my money, I'm a stripping business happened a long time ago. Long time ago. Long time ago. And it was something like that. He was like, that is ass up and down the street. Booking naked. You know what I'm saying off the Players Club. Listen, I know this might get gone. I know this might get taken down by YouTube, but I'm just being honest. I love Bernie Mac. He was one of the best. And another thing, what I loved about him when he was on Friday, Bernie Mac was also on Friday. Bernie Mac also said this. Hello, how you doing, Brother Craig? Is your mother home? Is Sister Jones in? Craig was like, no, she at work. Neither is Brother Jones. They both at work. And this is Smokey. Well, your ass need to be. He was like, it's good. It's better to give and receive, my brother. Let me get a little bit for my cataract. And all he was saying, excuse me, brother. Well, we feel up here in Master Church. We call it sinner, sin. And this is Chris Rock. Well, around here, it's called Man in the West End. We call this here little twin. I can't say that. I can't say that word on here on YouTube. What he said, well, around here, it's called Mamas in the West End. We call this here little twin. Nigga. He was like, let me get a little bit for my cataracts. You ain't put in on this, man. He was like, look at Miss Parker. Look, she bending over. Oh, Lord. The Lord is my shepherd. He know I won't. Hold on for a minute. Miss Parker. Come on over here, Miss Parker. Can I speak with you, Miss Parker? I'm basically just reliving some of Bernie Mac's greatest moments. I truly loved Bernie Mac. Now, Steve Harvey, I believe down to my soul, he did not like Bernie Mac. He was jealous of Bernie Mac because Bernie Mac was getting a stardom. Bernie Mac had gotten his own show. But let's look at it. Steve Harvey got his show back in 1996, the Steve Harvey Show. His show went off the air in 2002. Bernie Mac's show came on the air in 2001, and it stayed on until 2006. Now, Bernie Mac, he's a legend. I believe Steve Harvey did not like the fact that Bernie Mac, he was this upcoming star. Like, he was already out there. He was already relevant. Bernie Mac was already doing his thing. Steve Harvey probably did not like the fact that people was checking for Bernie Mac more than Steve Harvey. I'm just going to put it out there. But let me tell you something else. Bernie Mac will always, to me, be the king of comedy. I love that show, the King of Comedy. I love when they did that special. With Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, and Bernie Mac. When Bernie Mac did his scene, and what my favorite scene was when he was telling a story when he had to take care of his sister kids because she was on substances. He said this. He said his nieces and nephew was 2, 4, and 6. And then he asked the 6-year-old, he called the 6-year-old gay. He was like, boy, what you doing? What you doing down here? The 2-year-old sent the 6-year-old down to get some milk and cookies. Bernie Mac said he asked his nephew, what you doing down here, boy? To get some milk and cookies. Bernie Mac said allegedly he had to ask him again. He said, what you doing down here, boy? To get some milk and cookies. I'm like, I laugh at that part every freaking time. And then he told his nephew, carry your ass up there and get some sleep. And then he say the 6-year-old went upstairs and the 2-year-old asked the 6-year-old, what are cookies and shit? And the 6-year-old told the 2-year-old, him downstairs. And so Bernie Mac said allegedly on the Kings of Comedy, which is my favorite part. The 2-year-old said, well, I'm going to go get the shit myself. So she went down the steps to go get the damn cookies. And Bernie Mac said, she asked the 2-year-old, "What you doing down here?" And the 2-year-old said, "I'm coming to get some Mexican cookies." And he said, "Didn't I tell your boy he couldn't have no damn Mexican cookies? Y'all need to carry y'all ass up to bed and get some sleep, thinking about some damn Mexican cookies." And Bernie Mac said the 2-year-old looked him up and down. And when Bernie Mac said the 2-year-old looked him up and down, Bernie Mac was like, "No, America, y'all know what that move is when somebody look you up and down." So he said, "I told her to bust a move. Bust a motherfucking move." I'm like, that's one of my favorite parts. I loved it, Bernie Mac. And let me tell you, I believe the hair and the toupee on Steve Harvey's head stood up and was mad when Bernie Mac got that standing ovation on the Kings of Comedy, more than Steve Harvey, more than Cedric the Entertainer, and showed more than D.L. Hughley, because D.L. Hughley ain't funny. And for me, the people that say D.L. Hughley is funny, I know the hell he ain't, because why he ain't make me laugh? You can hear damn crickets when you listen to D.L. Hughley. Like, come on now. Be real. Let's be honest. D.L. Hughley ain't funny. Now, I ain't gonna say I hating on D.L. Hughley. D.L. Hughley has made some valid points as well. He has called out a bunch of people. D.L. Hughley is the type of man that speak on things that is important in the world. He speak on things that is important in the world. With politics, with things and everything. I'm not gonna knock down Steve Harvey, but Steve Harvey, he's a great person, but his comedy just don't do it for me. I ain't being a hater, I'm just being honest. When Bernie Mac passed away, it really broke my heart, because I'm gonna tell you this: when I found out Bernie Mac had passed away, I just started junior high school. I just started 7th grade back in 2008. We was going school shopping, me, my cousins, and my family members, and my auntie and stuff. We were going Christmas shopping. So after that, we would listen to Love Bone. We listen to Mix 106.1 Love Bone, you know, on Saturday morning, you know, with the blues and stuff. Love Bone said, and Bernie Mac passed away. I was like, what? We all was like, what? Wait a minute. No. That's how we was. I was 13 at the time. And for me to say no like that, I was hurt, because I loved it, Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was one of my favorite comedians. And I'm going to tell you somebody else that I respect that is a great comedian. I'm not going to say that they're my favorite, but I respect them. I'm going to tell you somebody else that I love as a comedian. I feel like if it wasn't for Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Bernie Mac, it wouldn't be no Dave Chappelle. It wouldn't be no Samore. It wouldn't be no Cheryl Underwood. It wouldn't be no Monique. It wouldn't be no Kevin Hart. It wouldn't be no Mike Epps. It wouldn't be Arnez J. It wouldn't be no Bruce. It wouldn't be what's his name? Not Faison Love. We don't claim him. Fuck Faison. Big Worm. We don't fuck with Faison. What's his name? Lavelle Crawford. It wouldn't be no Lavelle Crawford. Lavelle Crawford is also a funny comedian. Let's not forget about Linnell. We can't forget about Linnell. We can't forget about Adele Giddens. Oh my goodness, you got so many legendary comedians that have paved the way for some of these new comedians. But let's take it back in the day. Back in the 70s. LaWanda Page, Queen B, Red Fox, Rudy Ray Moore. For those of y'all don't know who Rudy Ray Moore is, Rudy Ray Moore, he is the star of Dolomite, the Texas Tornado. For all of y'all, for all the older viewers Not saying old. There was young. There was back in the day from the 70s. Do y'all remember Rudy Ray Moore? Do y'all remember Queen Bee? Do y'all remember Dolomite? Do y'all remember the Texas Tornado? Do y'all remember all these other comedians like Red Fox, like Lady B, LaWanda Page, Paul Mooney, Richard Pryor? Without those, you wouldn't have no Bernie Mac. You wouldn't have no Dave Chappelle. You wouldn't have no Mike Epps. You wouldn't have no Kevin Hart. You wouldn't have no Chris Tucker. You wouldn't have none of these legendary stars. Now, they are legends in their own right. Linnell and all. Let's not forget, half of these comedians, they're very underrated. And I feel like they're not tough enough. They're not talked about enough. Let's not forget about Laura Hayes. For those of y'all that don't know who Laura Hayes is the one that talked about her sisters. And she takes off her hair and stuff. Let's not forget about them. Let's not forget about Cheryl Underwood. Let's not forget about none of these legends. But Bernie Mac, he has all, and I respect these legends. I respect these comedians. But Bernie Mac, I feel like Steve Harvey wasn't too fun to him. Cedric the Entertainer was not too fun to him. And many, many others, which I don't understand. You can't get mad at somebody because you're in the industry and people's checking for you. Steve Harvey did not like the fact that Bernie Mac came bigger than he was. Steve Harvey did not like the fact that Bernie Mac was that guy. He was funny. He was in movies, legendary movies, had legendary scenes, all that. So my question is, did Bernie Mac and Steve Harvey had beef? Did Steve Harvey have something against Bernie Mac? I think so. And I believe it all started with that Ocean 11 part of that movie. That's what I'm going to say, and that's what I'm going to stick with. I believe it has something to do with that Ocean 11 part that Bernie Mac had gotten. Steve Harvey, in my opinion, wanted every single thing Bernie Mac had. But Steve Harvey knew for a fact there can only be one Bernie Mac. And Bernie Mac was that guy. And like what Bernie Mac says, what he said, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. If I pull my shit out, this whole room get dark. Kick it. Now, like I said, YouTube might take this down now. But I'm just putting it out there what's my favorite quotes. I'm just remembering Bernie Mac. I know this ain't trending, but I just wanted to do this. I just wanted to elaborate. I just wanted to bring up some memories of this legendary person, Bernie Mac, because he was one of the best. He was one of the best. He was a legend. He was well known. People loved him. Steve Harvey, on the other hand, kind of gave him fake love. But now, I tell you what, down the line, when Steve Harvey figured out that he couldn't compete with Bernie, they became friends. They became friends. They worked together. Bernie Mac will always be the king of comedy. Bernie Mac will always be Dollar Bill. Bernie Mac will always be the king of comedy. He will always be the star of Def Comedy Jam. He will always be remembered for his role on the Bernie Mac Show, House Party 3, and Friday as the pastor. So, I'm just going to put it like that. Bernie Mac was one of the best, and he was really missed. And I can't imagine nobody saying, if somebody say, Bernie Mac ain't funny, he wasn't funny, bullshit. Argue with me if you want to. You want to start a war with me? Come on. Now, what do y'all think of my video in the comments? Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think Bernie Mac was funnier than Steve Harvey? Who do y'all think is the original king of comedy? Do y'all think Steve Harvey was jealous of Bernie Mac? What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments. So that'll be my video for tonight, you guys. That'll be my video of DDTS episode 267. I really want to say I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope I did a good job. Let me know how I did, y'all. Let me know how I did. Thank y'all for watching. I love y'all. Have a wonderful Friday. Thank you. Love you. Bye-bye. Now, I'm going to probably start back on my engagement with the YouTube playlist tomorrow because I needed a little break. But I promise you, I will get back on y'all's playlist for whoever's watching this video. Thank y'all so much and have a wonderful Friday. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share.